Welcome back to David 360. Today we are taking a heart-unflinching look at a story that has rocked Kenya, shocked Catholics across Africa, and sparked global conversations about accountability in religious spaces. This is not just another viral clip. It is an uncomfortable moment that forces us to look beyond the veil of religion and face a bigger question. What happens when those who are supposed to embody compassion become the source of harm? What happens when they become the source of harm? There's this video going viral online. This video is brief but brutal. A senior nun belonging to the Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph is seen slapping a junior sister repeatedly. The younger sister looks terrified, confused, pleading for calm. Instead, the senior nun taunts her, at one point daring her to escalate the matter, shouting, "Pija Simu Asumbi Jinga will. Call Asumbi, you fool." These words stink almost as much as the slaps. This wasn't just a loss of temper, it was an abuse of power. And worse, it happened in front of witnesses, some of whom seemed hesitant, others frozen in silence, some surprised.
Unaona utafanya kitu?
What have I done that you are beating me?
Do you know a small thing lakini vitu unanifanyia hapo unaona kama ni nini?
Why are you beating me, sister, in front of people?
Unataka tena?
Just beat me, sister. If just beat me.
Usikuje chini kama utapeana hiyo mafuta.
Sister, why are you beating me in front of workers?
Nini?
Sister, why are you beating me?
Huyo mtoto ni mchinga sana. Yaani anasikia sasa because I don't know what that is.
Sister, why are you beating me in front of workers?
Unataka tena?
Sister, just beat me.
Can you go?
Just beat
Can you
me.
go?
Just beat me.
Can you go? Move from me. Can you move? Piga simu Asumbi. Mchinga wewe.
This is the kind of clip that goes viral, not because it is entertaining, but because it is disturbing, very disturbing. It challenges the image of the church as a safe, nurturing space and forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth. Even within sacred walls, injustice can thrive. And the churches respond swift. But is it enough? To its credit, the FSG congregation did not stay silent. Within minutes, hours of the video circulating, they released a statement calling the incident deeply regrettable and clarifying that such behavior does not reflect their values of joyful love, respect, and service. They confirmed that internal investigations were underway and promised to follow church safeguarding protocols. This is an important step. Public acknowledgement matters. Being silent would have been a second wound to the victim and a betrayal of the faithful. But here is a challenge. Words alone cannot fix this. Many Kenyans are demanding more than a press release. They want transparency, consequences, and assurance that this is not swept quietly under the rug of family business. Netizens are angry. Public reaction, outrageous. The public demands for justice. Netizens are in pain. Kenya's online space exploded with anger within its first minutes. People were not just angry, they were hurt. On X, Facebook questions, one user asked, how many more sisters have suffered in silence? Some shared their own painful experiences in religious institutions, which means they have been there and are no more. Some shared their emotional abuse. Others defended the church, accusing the public not to judge an entire congregation by one individual's actions. What this story tells us is that this story is not just about one nun, one slap, one video. It is about trust. Trust in institutions that are supposed to protect, not punish. Trust in the idea that faith spaces are safe spaces. Now let us look beyond this one incident and zoom out into the wider church. The Catholic Church globally has faced decades of scrutiny over how it handles abuse cases. From Europe to the Americas to Africa, there is one consistent lesson. Cover-ups break trust more than the original sin. Kenya is not exempt from this history. The Association of Sisterhoods of Kenya has in the past spoken about the need for safeguarding frameworks to protect vulnerable nuns from exploitation, including financial abuse, emotional harm, and sometimes even worse. Worst cases that are not mentioned. This video is therefore not just an isolated moment of anger. It is a warning flare, a signal that stronger structures are needed. Independent reporting channels, clear disciplinary processes, and pastoral care for victims of abuse within religious life. When faith and power collide, what do we see? The habit, the nun's religious dress, is supposed to be a symbol of humility and service. When a hand raised a blessing turns into a hand that strikes, that symbol is broken. And so, we must ask, what does authority mean in the church if it can be used to humiliate rather than to heal? It's a big question we must ask ourselves. How do we form future leaders who can correct without crushing? Can we create a culture where even the youngest, most junior members feel safe to speak up without fear? These are not small questions. They go to the heart of what it means to be a church that is truly Christ-like. So we look beyond the viral clip. We examine what goes around, what goes in the walls of that religious community. Because this is bigger than a scandal. It is an opportunity that the FSJ congregation and the Catholic Church at large can turn into a moment of reckoning. A chance to prove that accountability and compassion can coexist. And here is what I think must happen if this is to be more than a PR exercise. There has to be transparency. Publicly share the outcome of the investigation, because secrecy alone breeds suspicion. There should be a restorative justice. Offer the assaulted sister a path to healing, not just a private apology. They should be able to organize training so they can prevent future abuse by re-educating leaders on power dynamics, conflict resolution, and emotional health. There should be zero tolerance. Make it clear that violence of any kind will not be tolerated, no matter who commits it. The choice before us, my brothers and sisters. The world is watching. The church's response will either deepen the wound or start the healing. The habit cannot be a piece of cloth. It must be a visible sign of holiness. And for those of us on the outside, the viewers, the sharers, and the commenters, we must remember that behind this viral clip are real people, real pain, and real consequences. So the question I leave with you is this: will this be remembered as a video that exposed a problem, or as a moment that began a reformation? This is David giving you the 360 view of this viral video. Thank you for staying with us, and until I come your way again, please remember to subscribe if you have not done that, and share your thoughts in the comment section below. God bless you. Hi there.